Hey G, what's up? Listen, Mu Ting-jo is a movie star who dreams of the same woman every day. While beautiful girls are common, the girl in his dream is exceptionally stunning, leaving him mesmerized. In the next scene, we see a woman doing a photo shoot, and people around her going crazy over her beauty. Her name is Ming Wei, and she's not a celebrity, but rather doing a part-time job. Ming Wei waits at a bus stop when Ting-jo passes by. He cannot believe he is seeing the girl he dreamt of in reality, but nothing happens because his driver accelerates the car, and they continue on their way. They both end up in a hotel, in a meeting where she's the interpreter. During the meeting, her client and Ting-jo agent leave the table, leaving the two alone. They stay silent until she asks for his autograph, but he refuses. Ming Wei sees her boyfriend Yao with another girl, cheating on her. He lies, saying that she is a friend, but Wei does not believe him. Upset, she goes to the bathroom, and the girl says that Zheng is never going to marry her. So Wei grabs her arm and takes her back to her table. There, in front of Yao, she says that he is an unfaithful pig. Seeing her cry, Ting-jo offers a handkerchief to clean her eyes and to take a picture with her to cheer her up. When she sees the phone, she realizes the photo is horrible. When Wei gets home, her ex-boyfriend shows up, telling her that it was all a misunderstanding, but she doesn't want to hear a word and breaks up with him. He continues to harass her and does not let her go. So her sister Ming Chao arrives and kicks him out. Later, the company where she works tells her that they are looking for an actress for a period drama. She goes there and discovers that the other main actor is Ting-jo, who is amazed at her beauty. She gets selected for the lead role. In the meeting to decide who will be the main actress, Ting-jo finds flaws in all the other girls, so that Wei gets the role as the protagonist alongside him. After she's selected, Ting-jo chases her everywhere, like a shadow, although when Wei finds him, he pretends to be cool. They seem to hate each other. Later, Wei meets Jun, a famous actor who is very nice to her, but Ting-jo shows up and seems unhappy that Jun is seducing her. After that, Wei and Ting-jo share in a lift, and Wei says she wants to learn from him, since he is one of the best actors. Ting-jo gets closer to teach her how to kiss, but she gets nervous and says her first kiss should be on the show. Ting-jo is disappointed and warns her that if she's not a good actress, he'll replace her on the first day. So she pushes herself and impresses everyone, especially Jun, who eats with her and treats her well, while Ting-jo watches them with jealousy. Afterward, she asks if she acted well. To annoy her, he says no, which hurts Wei. But he also says that she can't give up so easily because she has talent, and Wei In gets excited. When they have a romantic scene, Ting-jo forgets everything and only sees Wei's beauty until the director yells that they did well, but wants more from Wei. So he gives her advice and helps her, and when they perform the scene again, it almost seems like they're really in love. The director is worried they might fall in love because it could be a problem, so Ting-jo acts coldly towards her. One day, Yao, Wei's ex-boyfriend, visits her on set. It turns out he invested money in the series and can visit her whenever he wants. He tries to win her heart back, and even though Wei rejects him again and again, Yao doesn't give up. He says she looks beautiful. Wei shakes his hand. Yao takes advantage to harass her, but Ting-jo appears as her savior. Ting-jo says he's not afraid of Yao and demands that he be nicer to Wei. When Yao doesn't seem to care, Ting-jo promises to harm him if he did anything to her. Later at diner with the cast and crew, Wei and Ting-jo's chopsticks touch as they grab food, and tension between them grows. Yao notices and gives her his own food for her to try. Ting-jo says she shouldn't eat that and suggests they leave. Yao catches up with them and says that Ting-jo was rude, and Ting-jo responds that he must learn to respect women. After that, Wei thanks him. Yao sends her a message and confesses that he was selfish, but still misses her. Wei thinks she got the role because of his money, but Yao says the payment was just an additional guarantee because everyone knows she's a professional. Ting-jo and Zhao saw everything. Yao doesn't give up and sends Wei a bunch of roses, treating her like a princess to win her heart. Ting-jo then counterattacks and reserves a restaurant with her, unfortunately joined by his friend Zhao, who doesn't let him seduce her. Wei comments that she hardly has any money to pay for her house, and he offers to give her money. Hearing that, Wei gives him a hug, which moves Ting-jo's heart. He asks her to go out with him to the cinema, where they watch a romantic movie. During a kissing scene, she gets nervous, and moments later, he drinks from the same straw as her. After returning from the movie, she asks what it's like to kiss, and he says to try it now with him. She responds that they should be boyfriend and girlfriend first, but he says it's to practice the kissing scene from their series. She tries to get closer, but the seatbelt doesn't let her go very far, only leaving her an inch away from his lips. She realizes that Ting-jo is blushing and feels shy. Later, Wei practiced the kiss by herself, while imagining Ting-jo shirtless. When the day of the kiss arrives, they both brush their teeth, put on cologne, and arrive at a palace where everything is very romantic. They share a sweet, brief kiss. The director congratulates them and comments he is very surprised because Ting-jo never wanted to kiss an actress before. That's when Wei discovers that Ting Zhou put plastic in his to avoid touching her lips. Seeing this, Wei looks sad. A while later, Wei finds out Ting Zhou's birthday and feels bad for not having it. She tries to make a surprise dinner but ends up with only a dirty pot. He asks what she'll give him, since the diner didn't work, but she plays dumb. In the next scene, they're shooting a scene for the series, but Wei cannot concentrate. Ting Zhou helps her show the emotions that her character is feeling. At the wrapping party, the director tells Wei that Ting Zhou insisted she was the right fit for the role. She thanks him for that and for helping her prepare for the role. Later, Ting Zhou misses the elevator to wait for Wei. In an acting class, Wei encounters the girl with whom Yao cheated on her. The woman tries to provoke her, but Wei defends herself. Another day, Wei goes to the film's dubbing recording. There, she meets Ting Zhou and Ten. They record together. They are so close, the director kindly asks them not to touch because it ruins the audio, but they can't help it. After the recording, Ting Zhou offers her a ride, but she says she'll meet a friend, so they talk while they wait for her taxi. Tong Zhou leaves and thinks about Wei and the TV show they made together while he's driving. Suddenly, his car hits something, and he suffers a severe blow to the head. He thinks of Wei again before passing out. When Wei finds out, she rushes to the hospital, but there are a lot of fans and she can't enter. Zhao sends her a message saying she can visit Ting Zhou, and she runs to the hospital again. There, she discovers that the man has lost his memory. He doesn't recognize her as Wei and thinks she is the princess from the series they made. Because of that, he behaves strangely, as if he were a warrior, threatening his friend with a fake sword. Hey, if you're watching until now, it means you're enjoying the video, right? Then, hit the like button. And if you want more movies like this one, just comment part 2 down below. Let's continue G. Zhao shows Ting Zhou his old apartment and tells him about a few modern things like going to the gym. Ting Zhou's parents tell Zhao that whenever they come near their son, he seems to get nervous. So, in order not to hinder his recovery, they'll leave him in Zhao's hands. They only ask him to call if anything happened. The actor keeps living his life as if he's the character from the show, even ruining a few things in the house. Wei and her sister read the news about Ting Zhou and talk about the accident and how he thinks she's a princess. Wei says that by pretending to be the princess, she can make him cooperate with the treatment. Her sister is only thinking that spending the whole day with the actor is a dream for millions of girls. While they talk, Ting Zhou calls her on her phone, even though he doesn't really understand how it works. He asks how long she has been there, and Wei responds by saying the city where she was born and that she is 23 years old. He says she looks only 15, and Wei tries to tell him that's because that was the age her character has on the show. Ting Zhou seems to think that Wei is the one with memory issues and says that he'll find out who robbed her memory and make him pay. When he hears that she's an actress, he goes after Zhao, angry that the man let her be a theater actress. His friend tries to explain that actor are respected people at that time, but Ting Zhou still looks upset. He says that the series cannot be aired, and again, Zhao explains how the industry works, that even if Wei no longer acts, the series that has already been recorded will still air. But it was a serious series which showed imperial life, and her role was chaste, except for the part where they kiss. This makes Ting Zhou nervous. When Zhao shows him the picture of the scene, Ting Zhou tries to kill himself with a knife for having desecrated the princess. He only lets go of them when Zhao says he was wearing a protective film on his lips. Even so, he still thinks it was a lack of respect towards the princess. Congratulations, G! Now you're familiar with a new story. Subscribe for more, and if you'd like more movies like this one, just comment part 2 inches below. See you in the next one. Click on this video. You'll probably enjoy it.